Sweet. So we will kick it off here. Kelly, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show. Super excited to have you. I've known you for a little while here, and I know a bit about your story. And I want to kind of dive into some of the expertise that you've learned over the years. I think you have a lot of advice to give, actually. So I'm pretty excited for this, just because you're an extremely hard worker, definitely one of the hardest workers that I know.
Thank you.
And you don't take no for an answer.
That's very true. Very stubborn.
Yes, very stubborn, which for an entrepreneur, kind of got to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to hear some of the advice that you have to give to some seasoned entrepreneurs and budding entrepreneurs as well. And I kind of want to just kick this off with hearing a little bit about your story when it comes to like your first company that you owned.
Yeah. So my first business, I started back in, I want to say around 2014, 2013, something like that. I was finishing up my master's degree in England, and it was in fashion business. And I got basically sponsored by my university to start up this business, which was a clothing line for women with bigger busts. So I was making dresses and tops for women. Yeah, so it was doing fairly well. I was designing the clothing and selling it online, and that's kind of how I got into marketing to begin with, because I learned a lot about marketing while developing that business.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. And that's like obviously very much because you hear a lot of people starting businesses of like something really, really broad, like general contracting or something like that. But that's a very much a niche market. And marketing, especially these days, because so many people are learning marketing and getting experience with marketing, you kind of have to niche down on something.
Mm-hmm.
What like drew you to that niche specifically?
It was my own personal struggles of finding clothing that fit. And back then, the industry was very different. There wasn't as much inclusion and sizing like there is now. So there was kind of a gap in the market back then, which also makes it kind of hard because if you're one of the first to do something, there's a higher cost of marketing since people don't know about it yet. Mm-hmm. So I think it might be a little bit easier to do the idea now than back then.
Yep. That makes a lot of sense. And is that something that flourished because you're in the UK, because of it being the UK, or you just happened to be there when
I would say half my customers were in the UK and half were in the US at that time.
Wow. That's pretty cool. All online.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so cool. I feel like just niching down on anything really allows you to speak to your customer avatar so much more than, oh, we sell shirts or, oh, we sell bras. It's like, no, we sell bras for you through the camera, through the screen that they're, seeing your ads or seeing your website on. It just allows you to like speak to their story so much more. And that's cool. It's cool you brought that. Did you have any like business partners or anything, or you just started up yourself?
It was just me.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, again, you're the kind of person that doesn't take no for an answer. So this was the start of your entrepreneurial journey. And where'd you go from there?
And then I ended up moving back to the US. I came to Arizona and I got a job in marketing. And so I was at an agency for, 4 years. And that's where I developed my skills in pay-per-click advertising in particular, among other things. But I really got a lot of expertise on that. And then I ended up starting another business after I left that job, which was specifically just pay-per-click advertising.
That you owned?
Yes.
I see. Very cool. How did you learn pay-per-click initially? Just from the job?
Yeah, they trained me on it because there was so much demand, but not enough supply. They couldn't find someone to fill the role. So they ended up just training me on it, which is really lucky.
Is it still that way?
Probably. I think a lot of people are experts on Facebook ads and other types of ads, but Google ads in particular, there's a big gap for.
Yeah. I would agree with that for sure. Local businesses tend to gravitate towards Google ads and Facebook ads. But it's also a generational thing too, because like if you think about it, the vast majority of people on Facebook are about 30 plus at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much. Mm-hmm. Like I talked to some, 22, 3, 4-year-olds. They don't even have Facebook.
Yeah, definitely.
Then again, 30 plus year olds do have the wallets that can actually buy things on those ads.
True. So it just depends who your customer is.
Mm-hmm. That is interesting. It's also kind of interesting too, Bing ads, believe it or not. Did you ever run Bing ads?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
I've seen a lot of success with Microsoft ads, especially if your customer is older, like boomers.
Yeah.
They're on Bing ads. Yeah.
They are, because they buy that
It's the
cheap.
default search engine for
Yeah,
them. They don't ever change it. So it's a great place if you're looking for boomers.
That's so crazy. They buy that $300 Acer from Best
Yeah.
Buy and just boot that thing up.
They don't download Chrome.
That's so crazy. Wow. Did you have any like crazy, like, I don't know, like any crazy stories from that time as far as like really good results, really bad results, like nightmare stories? I'm sure you got a couple
I have
of
a
them.
lot of stories.
Tell us one.
I've had really good results, particularly with e-commerce. That was kind of my specialty,
Okay.
especially with Google Shopping. I think Google Shopping is severely underutilized by e-commerce businesses. There's so much potential there. If you think about it, if you go on Google because you're looking for a product, you type in the product, you usually go to that shopping tab and you're going to see all those shopping ads. So they get a lot of sales from Google Shopping.
Yeah, that didn't used to be there. Not even like 5 years ago or so.
It's been around for a while.
Has it?
Actually, it was around when I was starting my first business, and that was over 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess people are just more so gravitating towards that because that's where they're finding.
Yeah, it's definitely more technical in terms of setting it up. You have to set up a shopping feed, so a lot of people just don't even bother to figure that out. But it makes it a lot easier to gain traction on there. There's less competition.
Interesting. Did you do anything with TikTok Shop?
Not really.
No. That's kind of more of a recent thing, I believe. Live shopping?
No, see, I left the PPC industry before all that stuff started up. I've been out of the game for a little bit now.
Yeah, that makes sense. They say it's supposed to be the way of the future, but we'll see how it goes. I think unique items, live shopping makes a lot of sense, but many like repeatable businesses, they're not selling unique items, I guess. So to me, it doesn't make any sense. Who knows? I guess we'll see how it plays out though with the kids these days once their wallets are a little bit thicker. We'll be buying stuff on Snapchat.
Do people still use Snapchat?
Yes, they do.
I'm too old for that, I guess.
Depop, have you heard of that one?
Yeah.
That like online thrift store. That's pretty crazy.
I have Poshmark. I use Poshmark to sell.
Yeah, Poshmark. Mercari, it's a couple of those.
Yeah.
Question is, does anybody use eBay anymore? That's the question.
It still exists.
I use eBay. I'm old school though, a little bit old school. I'd be buying cables on there, microphones, all the good stuff. It's crazy. Yeah, it is interesting to know. That's also a niche too. Is like, so we have a social planner, and the social planner is it's like one click to post to all of your social medias, right? And in our platform, it's available to use. It makes life really easy for a small business owner. However, you do have to know your audience on the different platforms. And so I know we were just talking about this a little earlier about how something that you post on Instagram might not be the exact same thing that you post on TikTok.
Yeah.
How do you game plan the platforms?
I think Instagram is more aesthetic driven. People want to see pretty content on there. And TikTok is more like raw and real. They really favor the talking head type videos. They just want to see someone being authentic and just being themselves on there.
Green screen type stuff.
Or just a person talking in their car.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Kind of just hit and record type of a thing.
Yeah.
So do you tend to use fancy cameras or anything like that for TikTok?
No, I just use my phone for everything.
That's crazy.
Even for YouTube, right now I'm just using my phone. I have a camera.
You have fancy cameras, I know,
yeah.
But nope.
But I'm just using my phone, keeping it simple, and I don't think it makes a difference.
Wow.
The iPhones are so good these days, and you can't even tell.
Yeah.
Because I've shot photos for clients and sent it to them, and they thought it was from a real camera.
I believe it. And it's a little easier to fly with a phone these days too, I'm sure. Okay, so you started a PPC agency and you had that for a little while, and it took off.
Yes, it took off pretty quickly. I started it actually at a very inopportune time
Hmm.
in February 2020.
Oh boy.
Oh,
My
yeah.
goodness.
Yeah. So
That's
I
crazy.
had built up my clients to a pretty good number. And then things happened in March 2020, and I lost half of my clients immediately.
Hmm.
Things went downhill very fast.
Wow.
But I was able to pick it back up within the next 6 months. And I think within my first year, I had made over 6 figures. So,
Wow. No kidding.
yeah, but I was
That's
really
crazy.
grinding.
Yeah. A lot of work.
Yeah.
And you, did you start out loving it?
I wouldn't say loving it. I do enjoy the e-commerce side of it. It kind of depends on the client, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm an analytical person, so I like that there's a blend of the analytical and the creative with it. But yeah, I wouldn't say I was like obsessed with it like some people are.
Yeah. Well, I find it just takes a certain kind of person to be able to manage high ticket clients because they will put their stress on your shoulders. Multiply that by your level of success of getting high ticket clients, and
Mhm.
that can add up over time.
Yeah, there's two sides to it. There's the managing the client side of it, and then there's the nerdy data side of it. And some people are one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to be both.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you're not both.
I think I'm actually both.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm probably more on the client side than the data side, to be honest. I mean, I'm a data person, but I'm not quite as nerdy as a lot of other PPC people are.
I did not know that. Okay. Interesting. So, and you say that as in like you're good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Gotcha.
good at the data. I'm not quite obsessed with it.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah, I know a lot of your clients like, raved about you and stuff like that. You had tons and tons of testimonials. So yeah, I guess what happened with the agency?
So I ended up merging with a colleague of mine who was doing more so like web design and SEO and things like that. We had a lot of overlapping clients that we were referring to each other. So it just kind of made sense to join forces at that point. So we started up business together, had that for, I don't know, maybe a year and a half. And then we decided to part ways. And so I sold my share to him and decided I'm going to go full time on content creation, something I've been doing on the side for many years. And it's something that I just really enjoy doing. So I thought this is a great time to try to do that full time.
Turning your passion into a paycheck.
Exactly.
Let's go. What was it scary?
I mean, maybe I'm weird. I get like a thrill from doing scary things. So it was more fun to me than anything else.
That checks out. That's the entrepreneurial bug in you, I think.
Yeah.
I think you have to, it's like if you don't thrive at least the tiniest bit in chaos, probably don't sign up to be a business owner.
I feel like I get FOMO from it. If I have an idea and I don't pursue it, like I get this weird internal FOMO.
Oh man, do you have a notepad like you wake up in the middle of the night and write down your
Oh,
ideas?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was just me. Oh man. Jimmy,
phone,
you too?
yeah.
You get ideas? Ah, man. I'm so disappointed.
Like I want people to sleep until I write it down.
Do you also buy domains at like 1 a.m. when you have an idea? Buy domains, like website domains? Or is that just
Not
me?
at 1 a.m., but I have bought domains impulsively. I have way too many domains.
Yeah.
I forget
Jimmy's
about them.
he's got domains. All right. Checks out. No, that is a thing, right? Because it's like, oh, I got this idea for this ABC product. Time to buy abc.com. But man, that is pretty crazy though. Because I remember, because I knew you then when you sold your shares of the agency, and it was really cool to see you like relieved, from that project concluded successfully, like projects in the books. It's kind of nice to say once you exit a company, it cannot no longer crash and burn for you.
True.
So you kind of ran the race with that and ran it very well. But at the same time, it was like, all right, well, what you going to do next? And I know you were really, really big on your social media. Yeah. Tell me what happened.
Yeah. So I decided to turn my social media pages into travel channels because I just always loved traveling, and I wanted to finally take that time to go on all these travels I wanted to do that I couldn't do when I was running this agency. So went all in on that, went on a bunch of trips, got a lot of content, started posting it. And ultimately where I'm at now is doing more so what's called travel UGC, which is user generated content. So I'm creating photos and videos for tour companies, hotels, tourism boards, and sending it to them so they can post it on their own social channels.
Very cool. That's awesome. Which is, here's a question. How much content that we consume do you think is created by UGC creators?
A lot.
Probably more than we think, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the size of the brand. If it's a really big brand, they're going to have someone in-house making the content. A smaller brand or medium size is probably hiring it out either directly to a UGC creator or to an agency who's hiring UGC creators.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense because, like, at first when you hear it as a marketer, just the term UGC, it's like, oh, it's like kind of trying to fake be a customer. But people don't really care. They just want the POV of the customer, basically. And that's what you guys provide.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. What was your first gig?
My first one.
Out of the agency, yeah.
First UGC gig? Or?
Yeah, UGC gig after you left the agency.
I think it was a tour company in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah. I did a couple of tours with them.
Wow. That's when you took the trip over there.
That was a year ago. That was the first paid one that I did. Wow. Yeah.
You don't start small.
Never.
Just flew halfway around the world for your first gig on social media. And it's just all uphill from there, right? Just super easy. Anyone should do it.
Definitely
right?
not. It's very, very hard to do. It takes a lot of dedication because you're going to be pitching hundreds, if not thousands of brands and getting a lot of no's or just being ghosted a lot. So if you're not ready to put in the work, you're not going to see results from it.
How do you handle rejection?
Whatever it is, brush it off. It's not personal. Either they don't have the budget, my style doesn't align with their style, they just don't have a need right now. It's not a big deal.
Or Jeff in marketing just didn't check his email.
Yeah. Maybe went to their spam folder. I don't know.
Yeah, accurate. That makes sense. I feel like it's such with social media and everyone's addiction to it, myself included, it's very easy for it to be like, oh, like I'll just try this a couple of times and like hopefully it'll work in the first 3 tries. It's like, no. I believe it was 1,009 pitches that Colonel Sanders gave before he was first accepted an offer for KFC, what later became KFC.
That's crazy.
That's insane. 1,000, like imagine sitting down and just counting to 1,009.
I mean, I've easily sent thousands of emails. I have them all in a spreadsheet, so I can tell you.
That is pretty crazy. Wow. So that's how you did it. You found, qualified travel agencies and restaurants and places. And
there's a place I want to go. I just go on Google Maps and just start looking at what's there. Who needs content?
That's pretty cool. What's some of your favorite? Because I know you do a lot of restaurants, you've done hotels, travel agencies.
I really like working with tourism boards because they put together the whole trip for you. It's great. So I'll just fly out somewhere for a weekend and I have a whole itinerary made for me of all the restaurants, shops, whatever they want me to shoot. I'll just go to each of them and just do it. And they just take care of everything. So it's great.
Oh, good. Cruises?
I'm not really a cruise person.
Really? You either are or you're not. I have some friends that I've had I think 2 or 3 friends that have gone on cruises in the last 2 years or so. And 2 of them came back and they're like, yeah, it was great, but I'll never go back again.
Yeah, I don't really like being confined to the ship, and then the food is usually not very good. And
yeah, that's a fair point. I used to want to be a cruise musician. Thought that'd be the coolest thing ever. I used to have some musician friends who that's what they did. That was their gig. They were on, 15 cruises a year or whatever, and just playing music, eating all the leftover mashed potatoes in the back.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos about people who work on cruises. It's really fascinating.
Yeah. I don't know if I could do that lifestyle. I don't have my sea legs here in the desert. That's for sure. But I mean, if you got an offer, would you do it?
I mean, everyone's got a price.
This is fair. This is a fair point. That is pretty cool. Getting paid to travel the world. So tell us about your trip to Africa. I know that one was really cool.
Yeah, well, that wasn't a work thing. That was a me thing. That was kind of my gift to myself after I left the agency.
Okay.
But yeah, it was really cool. Went on a safari, which is kind of like a lifelong dream. I would do that again for sure.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
That is crazy. Go see all the big animals.
All big five.
Really? What are the big five?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so lions, elephants, giraffes, rhino. What's the fifth one?
Zebra?
Zebras. I think
Is
it
it?
is.
Zebra, should it be part of the top 5? Pull it up, Jimmy. Let's see what we got.
I might be wrong on one of them. This was a year ago.
I feel like zebras should be included, but also not. You know you can own a zebra in Arizona?
Really?
Yeah. You can have a zebra. I mean, it's just...
They're kind of like horses, right?
Right. It's just a donkey.
Okay, so the big five in Africa is the lion, leopard, rhino,
Leopard.
elephant,
There it is.
buffalo.
Buffalo.
You're literally in
was
leopard
rhino.
print today. Couldn't remember it. Your favorite.
It was a year ago. What can I say?
That's crazy, though. We got leopards here. Kind
We
of.
saw all the animals. All of them.
That's so cool. Just brings out your inner child back in those animal days. Back to Zaboomafoo. See that show?
Yeah, I used to watch that.
Oh, the OG. Classic. That's cool though. Okay, so that one was not like a work thing. That was just a fun trip. You've been to the UK.
Went there a couple times in the last year.
And you've been to several different like states.
Yeah, I was in Tulsa recently, Denver, California, quite a few times. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. So to that young person who's scrolling on social media right now and who's like, my lifelong dream is to get paid to travel, what's your biggest recommendation to them? How do they start?
Start practicing content. Just do it locally first. You can just go to a restaurant or cafe. You can go get a day pass at a hotel to start making content and making it look good, and just studying other creators and seeing what they're doing that's working.
That makes sense. You kind of got to have a portfolio to get kickstarted in this.
Yeah, that's
really
the first step.
Yeah.
Make your portfolio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, any kind of B2B work, you need a portfolio. If you don't have a portfolio, you need to do free work to build that portfolio.
Exactly.
After you've built that portfolio.
No one's going to know it was free work.
That's a very good point. They're just going to know if it's good or bad work.
Yeah.
And you have control over that. Then you have to learn to ask for money. And you obviously knew how to do that.
Yeah. Refine that skill when I was doing marketing. So that's another skill you have to work on, sales.
Yep. Yeah. Did you say you're pretty good at sales?
I think I'm better than I thought I would be, if that makes sense. I always thought that would be a weakness of mine, but it's actually not as hard as you would think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense. I think in B2B, the hardest thing that most people have, or really like with what you're doing, is that there's a lot of creative aspect, and sales is creative, don't get me wrong. But then doing everything yourself is probably the other side of the brain that the pros on the creative side have trouble with. How do you balance the two of like schedule and bookings and follow up and reach out, and then also the creative aspect of making the stuff you make?
You have to be super organized. I have spreadsheets for everything. I have drive folders for everything. You have to have a balance of both the creative and the more practical side.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. And also owning your own business too. You gotta let loose a little bit. Gotta go put on your cowboy boots and dance around a little bit.
That's a very specific reference.
Kelly and I met country dancing, actually. We have a handful of country dancing friends. We met when we both owned agencies. And so we both got super excited from that and have been friends ever since, even though single tier, you don't own an agency anymore. But that's okay. We can still be friends.
You're just not burnt out of it. You should give it 10 years and then we'll talk again.
Exactly. Well, cool. So, and that's what you're doing nowadays, is you're doing a lot of the UGC content. You're doing stuff for tourism boards, for travel agencies, restaurants, all over the place. Tell me about like your, what are the clients that you don't want to work with when you're doing this? So when someone's looking for this, like they might get an early yes, and they might accidentally say yes to this nightmare of a client. Have you had some of those?
The biggest issue in this industry.
Drop names, please.
The biggest issue is that they usually don't want to pay or want to pay very little. That's a big problem in the creator industry because there's so many people that are willing to work for free and there's no regulations. So when you start asking for money, you're going to get a lot of pushback saying, oh, we only do exchange collabs.
I get it.
Yeah, but this is an actual skill. It's actual work that takes a lot of time and it deserves to be compensated for.
Yeah, 100%. How do you, I guess, what's your rebuttal to that?
You have to demonstrate the value of the content.
Yeah.
Here's evidence that my content has helped other brands. First of all, this is going to help you drive more bookings, drive more engagement, etc. There's a reason that you're paying for this service. It's just like hiring a videographer or photographer, but they're specialized in social media.
That makes sense. Do you find, because you have a social media following, do you find that some clients that you're working with only want you to work with you because of your social media following? Or
sometimes there's a lot of confusion. They might think that I'm pitching a social media collaboration, but I'm actually trying to do UGC because my following is not huge.
Sure.
So I don't usually try to sell that. I mean, I do sometimes, but for me right now, it makes more sense to do UGC. If my following increases, I would focus more on that probably. But yeah, sometimes they're confused by it or they only want the social media collaboration.
That makes sense. And in which case, for someone who's brand new, who's starting to do something like this, I mean, you can have 0 followers and do UGC.
Exactly.
You just need a portfolio. You just need to go out and make it.
Yeah, anyone can do it.
Go to the beach. Go to the mountain.
Exactly.
Find a lodge. Hit record.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a hotel either. It could be just going out into nature and just talking about the destination that you're at.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Wow. So you've been doing this for, has it been 2 years?
About 1.5 years.
Yeah. And what's the future look like for Kelly Roberts?
I'm still figuring that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like doing the travel UGC. Now I'm starting up not a course, but probably an ebook about how to do this stuff if you want to get started in it yourself. So I'm trying to post more about that as well. And also just maintaining my own travel focused social media channels. And also just my YouTube channel, which is kind of a little bit different from that as well. It's travel, but it's more entertainment. Think like Ryan Trahan type challenge videos. So those are really fun to make. And I would love to grow that more.
Ghost towns.
That was one of them.
Ghost malls.
I have some pretty wild ideas coming up, so stay tuned.
Oh, okay. All right. That's cool. I'm hoping it's like ghost water parks. It sounds dangerous. That's cool. That's very cool. All right. Yeah. So you're helping people in this space, which is incredible. This is what we're all about too. It's like, you get good at something and there's plenty of people out there who are just taking that first step. And to be honest, a lot of people, you can teach people if you're only a handful of steps down the road. Now you've done this for a while. You've made a lot of money doing this, but this is something that a lot of people don't really realize. So I used to teach music a long time ago. I still play music all the time. Love it. But guitar is my primary instrument. And there was at one point where I got an ukulele student. I'd never played ukulele before. It's very similar to guitar, but it's a little bit different. Got the student. They booked with me. Kind of forgot about it for a day or two. And then the day before the lesson, I saw it on my calendar and I was like, oh shoot, I gotta take this ukulele lesson. I didn't even have an ukulele yet. But because of my background knowledge of music, went out, bought an ukulele, taught that student, and I think they stayed with me for 1.5 years or so.
Wow.
Which the lifetime value of that student, if you're talking business-wise, would have been several $1,000s for one student over the course of 1.5 years. But the point is like you only need to be a couple steps farther down the road than your students.
Mhm.
Obviously, the more expert you are, the more helpful it is.
Yeah.
But and you're definitely in the expert realm at this point. So I'm pretty excited to see what that ebook looks like.
Yeah. Should be out soon, hopefully.
Let's go. That's cool. So when it comes to like growing and scaling with what you're doing, is this something that you want or recommend to have a team in the future?
It's a little bit harder to scale something like that since it's really just an individual
Yeah.
that's creating this content.
Yeah.
You know, you can't really outsource it, especially because it's your personality that's also tied to the content.
Yeah.
There's other things that you can do to scale as a creator, such as
Mhm.
doing like affiliate links.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do have a following and audience, you can monetize the audience.
Huh.
That's something I'm also working on for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So there's things that you can do, but you are a little bit limited just because it's so focused on you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Affiliate marketing is incredible. I'm a huge fan of it.
Mhm.
I started affiliate marketing maybe 3 years ago, and I sold something 3 years ago. Haven't touched anything to do with that product or talked to that person, and I still get hundreds of dollars every single month for it.
Oh, wow. That's really good.
Yeah, affiliate marketing is really cool. I think more people should do it too, because it sounds like, hey, here's my link, go out and get it. I didn't do any work, or I didn't add any value to it. That's what a lot of people think when they first hear affiliate marketing, but it's not. It's here's my perspective. Here's how I use this product to create something incredible. I'm changing your perception of what this is. Now go out and get it. Also, discount link right over here, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It adds a lot of value. And I always ask myself that nowadays is like, if I'm looking at someone's business model or whatever, it's like, where is the value, right? And for an affiliate marketer, the value is in same kind of stuff: personality, entertainment, use case. Could be like a walkthrough. You could be that super analytical like nerd who's like diving into stuff and telling people exactly what to click and point.
Yeah.
Or you might just like laugh about it and joke about it and say, I use this. You never know.
Mm-hmm. People want to hear about someone's firsthand experience when they're buying a product.
Mm-hmm. Like, I got a new pair of underwear. I put it on, pulled it up, and I was happy.
Just that simple.
Very true. You do that with clothes, right?
Yeah, I link to my clothes because I'm always posting my outfits, so you might as well just put a link on there, and people do click on it.
Mm-hmm.
And if they come back even like, you know, a couple weeks later to that website and they make a purchase, I'm still going to get revenue from it.
Mm-hmm. That's so cool. Yeah. Yeah. People buy every single day, and you don't even have to be an affiliate content creator. You could just have a handful of followers.
Exactly.
Told your friends about it. They can get it. Makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't cost them any extra. Affiliate marketing is cool. I think it's slept on a lot.
Yeah.
It's also something like you can have your main business and it can go alongside it. Like, really everyone should have affiliate marketing, because everyone should have media.
Yeah.
And attempt to build a social media following. When did you start building your social media following?
It was like 2018.
When you had your agency?
No, I was still working at the agency.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just doing like Instagram back then was just like outfit pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah, that makes sense. You didn't have like any plans to do this in the future?
I never thought that far with it, honestly. It was just for fun.
Yeah.
Just go with my friend and go like shoot our outfits and like cute poses, and that was it.
Link in bio.
Link in bio. Now I avoid saying that because it gets flagged and you get less engagement.
Does it really?
So annoying, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. What are some other keywords to look out for? The controversial ones.
That's kind of the main one right now that's been aggravating me. So I'm trying to be really vague and be like, you guys know where to look.
Yeah, it checks out. Yeah, I think it is interesting with like coming from ads, where every piece of content you make is a call to action. Social media is not that way.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Yeah, there's always a call to action, whether
Okay.
it's follow for more
Okay.
Or go to the link in bio, or comment below, or send this to your friend. There's always a call to action. There should be anyway.
Very cool. But it's not going to be like, buy this now. Like, buy.
Yeah, no,
here.
it doesn't have to be buy now. It could just be like, send this to your friend you want to go to this place with.
Wow, interesting. So every social media video that you post has some sort of a call to action.
Yeah, it should always end with a call to action.
Engage, think about sharing, engaging, something like that.
Mm-hmm. I would say every video should start with a face. People scroll if there's no face. Unless it's a
Really?
very, very aesthetic video of
Yeah.
like cooking or something like that. That's fine. But if it's going to have you in it, your face should be first because people engage with faces.
Interesting. People buy from people, right?
Exactly.
That makes sense. That is interesting though, because I feel like, like the hot cup of coffee and like the trees in the background and the rain dripping or whatever, like that's what you see on Instagram all the time. But,
You do see a lot of that, but who's making that video? You're not going to recognize that creator later on if you see another one of their videos. You're not going to be like, oh, that's Josh's channel.
That's his
You
hand
don't know. Yeah.
on the coffee.
But if I keep seeing your face over and over again, now I know it's you and I want to go watch your videos.
You like your brain recalls the experience previous that they've had like with that content creator, which was hopefully a good one.
Especially if you have your own distinct style that really stands out.
What that's actually a really good tip. Thanks for sharing that. What else have you found is like, I guess, tips, tricks, hacks for getting people to hit that follow button?
Saying something on purpose that's kind of incorrect or that people will comment on.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of like rage baiting in a way. If you just say one word wrong, even though you know it's wrong, it's going to be painful to do it. Trust me. But you say it slightly wrong and people will comment on it and you'll get tons of engagement.
So I ordered an espresso.
Yeah,
and,
something like
it's
that.
Incredible.
I was at the library. Someone's going to be like, it's not library, it's library. Because they can't help themselves. They have to comment on it.
Yeah.
And they will just blow up your video.
Man, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that makes sense why someone knows content's blown up. He doesn't try to do it, but he's a high school dropout, so what can I say? Some words.
Was he
are missed.
actually?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
I know. Pretty crazy. Yeah, he did well for a high school dropout. I didn't for a college dropout, but that's another story.
Education's overrated.
Yeah?
Yeah, especially now, I think. Because jobs aren't the same as they were even 10 years ago. People care more about what you can actually deliver and bring to the table than what your certificate says. Unless it's something medical, probably, which you should probably have a degree in.
Right. It's funny. I was just having this conversation with Jimmy this morning. We work out 3 days a week. So we had some legs today. It was a booty day. Really good.
I saw the video on your story.
Yeah. Yes, sir. That was a good time. I'm hurting now. Definitely not going upstairs tonight. Sleeping on the couch. But we were talking about this. We're going to make some content a bit later about this concept. But the concept is like about college, about it not being as effective, and like, because you didn't go to college for social media.
Well, no.
Right. You went to
I have a master's degree that I don't need.
So if you could do it over again, would you go back to university?
I mean, yeah, because I really enjoyed the experience of it. And it got me to where I am in a way. So I don't have any regrets around it, but I just don't think that everybody needs to do that.
So I guess better question. If someone was going to start UGC content creation and they're in college and they're like, what do I need to do next to UGC? You'd say college is unnecessary.
I'm not going to say drop out tomorrow.
I would.
I mean, build up your stuff first, start making money, and then maybe drop out. I don't know. But
Right. Well, I mean, if you're in college, you're probably not making any money anyways. So
true.
You're spending it. That's what you're doing. That's the thing with college, though. And it's like, guess what? If you take a gap year, your money's just as green the next year. They will accept you. Unless you have, like, obviously scholarships or whatever. But Yeah, it's really interesting. So, so the concept is this: it's that certain titles are effectively trademarked by universities. For example, doctor, for good cause. You probably wouldn't want a doctor who's been trained by YouTube
Yeah.
to ever operate on you, right? Architect, right? There's some other psychologists. There's different,
Yeah.
careers that do require education, and they do, and those are valuable for sure. But it is essentially like almost like a trademarked title that you have to get certification, just like any kind of certification. So, so for example, it's almost like a keyword, right? So doctors, when they go out and start their own practices, well, you're going to search like for a practitioner near you or family medicine or something like that. And you cannot legally own that unless you've gone through the education and required and received degrees based on that the word doctor, right? Mm-hmm. The same thing is true for a trademarked word. Like the best one I can think of is CrossFit. CrossFit is a brand. It's trademarked, and you cannot have a CrossFit entity unless you pay a subscription to CrossFit headquarters. The subscription for a doctor is about a couple $100,000 depending on where you go to study. And so your degree, depending on what title you're going to get, it's the same exact thing. Now, you can learn media buying in university. You can become a marketer, and you can learn great skills, and you can learn to manage a business. But in my opinion, the best way you learn is to fail. Like pretty much the goal is to fail more than everyone else around you faster. And that's pretty much how you learn.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
And that's why, like, I think I don't really have anything against university. It's just like that offer is not as good anymore. It's like if CrossFit, let's just say, were charging so much for a gym to be an affiliate, people would stop buying because it's a keyword people search for: CrossFit, right? Doctors near me, or family practitioner near me, or whatever it happens to be. And honestly, the offer at universities nowadays, I'm not just talking about doctors, but like for marketing, I don't even know how much. Jimmy, what is at ASU? How much does it cost a year to learn marketing right now? 15,000, 30,000.
Whatever they're teaching is going to be out of date in a year or less.
Yeah, or less. That's what's crazy to me too. Is like, it really comes down to the niche for sure that you're in, but you just learn it on the job.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that are going to learn it are the ones that really have the desire to fail enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many failed businesses I've had.
Yeah.
So many.
Yeah. A lot of late night 1 a.m. note ideas.
Exactly. Yeah. I've tried out a lot of random things, and a lot of them did not work, but you live and you learn.
Yeah. Yeah. They say the average successful business owner has had at least 7 failed businesses.
Yeah. I definitely had more than that.
Yeah.
So for an undergrad, which is going to be your bachelor's degree, it can be anywhere from $12,000 to $20,000. And then if you want your master's degree, it can be up to 34.
Okay, so undergrad can be up to 20 grand a year, and then
so your undergrad's going to be your 4-year bachelor degree,
and graduate could be up to $34K a year.
And that's adding an extra 1 or 2 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that could be 6 years, and you'd be at, you could be well over $100,000. It's just so interesting because the thing is that there are companies out there who are willing to pay you to fail for them. It's called getting a job, which is exactly what you did.
Yeah.
That's such a crazy concept. I don't want to say I'm anti-college, but why don't you just fail in the industry for like a year or two? And if that doesn't work, then you go back to college. That's my recommendation.
Yeah.
So my story is I actually dropped out of university, ended up having enough credits, and then they sent me my bachelor's.
Oh, really?
Like 2 years later, they're like, oh, shoot, we're supposed to send this to you. So
Wow.
So they sent it from the UK.
Well, it's nice that they sent it, I guess.
I guess. I mean, you don't see it on a wall around here. I've never
I
used
don't even
it.
know where mine is.
Yeah, so interesting. Stay in school, kids, but there are other options too. It's crazy. Do you have any connections from university? Because here's my thought process too, is like part of the value proposition is not so much just the education that you learn, especially because, I mean, AI used to, oh, we got a doggy interruption. Hey, Tallow, sit. Good boy. He's learning his sits and lays at this point, and also learning not to cross the street unless I tell him to. But he'll get there one day. Yeah. So, what was I talking about? Lost my train of thought. The university certificates.
No, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's lost. Yeah, it's gone. Anyways, I think, yeah, I just think that people need to know that there's like other options when it comes to making money in the industry, and a really good option.
Connections.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Oh, what's happened there this whole time? That's crazy. Yeah. So the value that I see in university is more of the networking side of things. And I went to school for music, and so much of the value, musicians have known this for years, is like, it's not so much what you learn in university, because the best musicians are going to be the best musicians, whether they went to university or not. It's the concentration of talent in one location. You know, it's either that or there's hot guys and hot girls at university, which is also very much a reason why people go to university. Let's be honest. These are 18-year-olds making a decision for their life. They're going there because all their friends are going there, and they might meet their future husband, future wife there someday. Which is the value of any community. And so it is crazy how like university is just an education system. We have new universities that are coming out. Peterson University, Jordan Peterson. What's the other one, Jimmy? Hustlers University, Andrew Tate's University. Just a course. Yeah. Course in community, which is course creating and community hosting, I guess. Same sort of concept, right? The value comes from the concentration of educated talent in one, single place. And so for those reasons, I could see an argument where university makes sense. But even then, man, the price you're paying, like, again, just go work at another firm that has the same concentration of talent, and you're all going to talk in the break room and make good friends.
I mean, it paid off for me because I was in that university incubator program after I graduated. And they gave me a grant and all the support. I had mentors. I had training to help start my business. So actually, it was a good value for me.
That is cool.
Yeah. And I did get connections through some of my lecturers. I got an internship that I found through my lecturer. She referred me to this luxury fashion brand. So I worked for them for a while. So yeah, there was good things that came out of it.
That is very cool. Do you still have mentorship?
No, that was so long ago.
No.
I'm not in England anymore. So
that's fair. It's fair. Be a pretty long phone call. Get all the way across the pond over there. I remember all my courses were in the UK, but it was an online degree. And so I was always over here. But I learned that not all folks in the UK have attractive accents.
There's a lot of different accents.
There's a lot of different accents. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Some of them, it's like, what? Are you speaking English?
Maybe you were talking to a Scouser.
A Scouser? What's that?
Liverpool. That's probably the most difficult to understand accent, I think.
Kind of the Cockney accent?
That's London.
Oh. Also 100 years ago. Right? Man, that's crazy. Did you ever move back?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I love England. It's just too hard to move there as an American.
Yeah. Too many, like actual legal immigration?
Visa-wise, yeah. It's really difficult.
Huh.
And that's why I'm not there, so.
That's a long, long grudge they're holding.
They don't want us.
They don't want
I don't know
us.
why.
We'll take them, right?
I think it's pretty hard for them too.
No, yeah, you're right. Right. Well, maybe you'll find a husband over in UK on one of these trips. You never know.
We'll see.
Would you, if that were the case, would you move there, or would
You have to talk about it. I'm open to moving there.
Oh, that's crazy, man. I mean, I guess expats do live pretty good lives too, because you can keep your businesses here, and you can have different setups that I've heard of in the past. It's I don't know if UK is so much of a tax haven as other countries can be, but
I might be doing some content about this specific topic soon.
oh,
Yeah.
really?
A collab in the works.
That's cool.
We'll see. But
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, expats are an interesting breed. I just had a friend who moved down to Cabo, and I was like, man, I don't know if I could do it, but it's a certain type of person who's totally fine with it. I had a friend who moved to Mexico. He had his own agency. He's a cleaning, house cleaning agency, exclusively worked with house cleaning companies, and just moved to Mexico during COVID and never moved back. Just chilling in Mexico, making American money and paying for Mexican tacos. That's definitely a good situation he's got going down there. And a lot of margaritas by the beach, I'm sure. But if you were to be an expat, where would you go?
England.
Really?
I already did it before. I can do it again.
Dang. What's the draw? What do they got going on?
It's the
over there?
culture and the humor. I just feel like
It's the humor?
Oh yeah.
That
My humor
makes
just
sense.
fits in a lot better there. My humor doesn't land well in America. It's very dry.
Okay. All right. I get it. All of my years of watching Top Gun, it's all coming back. Do you like kind of try and bring your humor out in your UK UGC a little bit more?
My UK shorts on YouTube,
Yeah.
they've really blown up.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think it's the humor or do you think it's the American accent?
It's a couple things. Some of it's the rage baiting.
Yeah?
Yeah, I get a lot of angry comments actually.
From what?
People who disagree with what I'm saying in the videos, or people who
Hmm.
just want to make fun of the way I'm speaking. Things
Dang.
like that.
It's crazy. And you welcome it all.
I don't care. You have to have a thick skin if you're going to be a creator, because people are going to nitpick everything that you do and say.
Yeah. Yep. That makes sense. That's probably the biggest barrier for entry for someone to do it, is to literally put their face on a screen. And,
Yeah. If you're self-conscious about anything, people are going to notice it.
yeah. That is crazy. What's something you were like initially self-conscious of when you first got on screen?
I don't know, actually. It's been so long now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since I started back in 2018, I kind of got over the whole like filming myself in public thing pretty
Mhm.
quickly.
Yeah,
Been doing
yeah.
it for so long, it doesn't bother me anymore.
That's cool. It makes a lot of sense. I think it's nervousness, in my opinion, and years of playing on stage in front of lots of different rooms. Nervousness becomes excitement with experience.
Hmm.
That's what it is. But it's always going to start as nervousness when it's something brand new. And to do something great, you're going to have to learn some things that are brand new to you at some point. And
Yeah.
so the better you can get at that cycle of turning your nervousness into excitement through experience, the faster you will, fail, which will lead you to success if you're capable of failing enough over time.
Yeah. And I mean, you can just practice at home, just filming yourself. No one has to ever see it. You can
Mhm.
do it over and over until you feel confident in it. My first YouTube videos were terrible.
Yeah,
They were so bad. But the more you do it, you get better at it.
it's crazy. Yeah, it is so interesting to like go back and look at like Mr. Beast's first videos way back in the
Mhm.
day or something like that. Your favorite creator. Who are some of your favorite creators?
Ryan Trahan is
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah,
So good.
he's quite good.
There's another guy called Tonio Guajardo. He does
Okay.
similar types of videos. He's really good as well.
Ryan Trahan's pretty cool because he's clean, isn't he? Like he doesn't make any like dirty jokes or anything
Yeah,
like that.
no, he's Christian. He's
Yeah.
got great values.
But that's like a cool, like to be kind of as big as he is and not like make dirty jokes or whatever, or
Mhm.
like even curse or anything like that, but still be funny. I feel like that's pretty hard.
Yeah.
Even for comedians, especially for comedians to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot more of it though. It's good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Very much so. Yeah, those Christian vibes are coming out. Like Forrest Frank. They kind of look the same, actually. Don't you think? A little bit. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. They're both kind of blondies. They might be the same. I don't know. Have you ever done content for churches?
No.
That could be cool.
Yeah.
That could be pretty cool. There's definitely some churches that could use some UGC. A lot of new churches popping up. Did you do some stuff with churches in UK?
No. I was talking to one that Rock Point was helping out, but nothing ever happened with it. So
yeah, because they've got a revival going on over there.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, because there's like it's like the biggest Christian church in the UK is like less than 1,000 members or something like that. It's very, very much small compared to what we have going on over here. It's really an interesting concept. I feel like there's other countries that have a little bit more of that going on. Africa probably has more going on than the UK, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
That is a pretty crazy concept. Yeah, well, it is cool to hear like your perspective as far as like, you know, you just kind of don't take no for an answer. You just go for it. Take the bull by the horns, hit record, hit post.
I mean, it's easy to make excuses as to why something won't work.
Mm-hmm. It's
a lot harder to actually go and do it.
Yeah.
But that's the only way that's going to work is if you try.
Yep, 100%. So there's a few questions we always ask being on this podcast. And one of them is, if you could do it over and you can't do what you're currently doing, what would you start?
I have a couple different answers for this.
All right.
E-commerce is really something that I love. So if I had an idea for a product, which I don't have one, but if I had an idea, I would love to do that. Just develop a product and sell it online. Because I just love that like instant gratification of selling something and seeing the money come in. It's really exciting.
Yeah, definitely is.
My second idea is my I guess teenage career dream. I always wanted to be a music video producer or director.
Really?
Yeah. It's kind of funny since I kind of in a way make music videos now. If you think about it, like a reel is kind of a music video.
Yeah. There's music. It's a video.
Yeah. I loved music videos when I was growing up.
That checks out. Huh. Wow. That, I mean, if you did some UGC for some churches, you could probably do that pretty quick.
True.
The whole point is literally the music.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. That's a good answer. That's a unique answer. I feel like those are not money motivated at all.
I mean, e-commerce is.
It is. Yeah, but like, I guess. I don't know. I just think that you've always been very product focused in like all of your projects to some degree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always prefer to work with products rather than services.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Your PPC was a service though.
Both.
It was productized.
No. What do you mean?
Was it productized? It was like, because you did websites too.
Like who I was doing ads for or what?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be considered a service? How is it a product?
I mean, I did B2B and B2C.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I see. So you were marketing for their products and their services, but your agency itself was selling a service.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get where we left off there. Okay, that makes sense. But you prefer products. Why do you prefer products over services?
I just find it easier to market something that's tangible, I guess. And it's just more interesting to me usually, whatever. I mean, it depends what the product is, I guess, but usually it's something a little bit more interesting than say like a law firm or something like that. It just doesn't really interest me.
Yeah, I get that. So if you had the choice between selling a $200 course and a $200 sweater, what would you choose?
Definitely the sweater.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if it's alpaca, I'd buy it. That'd be great. Love me some alpaca. If you ever start a clothing company, let me know.
Maybe you should start one.
Maybe I should own some alpacas first. That'd be the start. That'd be fun. I've always thought of that. My mom's career has been in fashion design, sports product management. And I always kind of grew up with that bug in my ear about learning the whole business. And I'd always wake up at 1 a.m. and she'd be sending emails to factories in China. So didn't necessarily want to do that, but
no, that's the ugly part of
that is the ugly part of
fashion manufacturing. Yeah,
exactly. But the pretty part is that nice alpaca sweater that gets delivered at Jimmy's door because he was a little bit cold this winter season. That would do it. That would definitely do it. All right. Well, very cool. Yeah, I think this is a good recap to hear your perspective on how, you do like take life by the horns, and you are very intentional about, I guess, just getting out there and doing it, like not being afraid, like work, like go do something today, every day, hit record, make some content, cry about it. Do it the next day. Cry a little less. Like that is what someone should do starting this. And then someone who's a little bit farther along the path. The other thing too is like part of our audience is like someone who already has a successful company who's doing 1-2 million in revenue with their home services company, who hasn't ever posted anything on their social media. And so there can be a lot of useful content for the roofer, the general contractor, the drywall company, who could just start hitting record, posting, and getting some content out there so that their next project has a little bit of validity to the portfolio of work that they've done for the past.
Yeah, it's funny that you should mention that. I just started working with a local renovation company to do UGC basically for them, or videography. So I'm doing some videos for them to post on their social, just showing the renovation process.
Yep. Very interesting. It makes sense too, because it's like, why can't I just do it myself? Point and click. Well, you could do it yourself if you can't afford it. But if you can hire a UGC content creator who knows what they're doing to go do it for you. Yeah.
It doesn't make sense for them to be doing it. They have more important things to do.
Exactly.
You have to hire things out.
100%. And a UGC content creator is the way to do it. If you can't afford it, learn from Kelly. Get her ebook. Link is somewhere.
Shameless plug. Yes.
Around.
You guys know where to look.
But that'll be pretty cool. I'm excited to hear that once you release it. Should be out by the time we release this podcast, actually.
Yeah, I'll be posting about it on TikTok. So
perfect. It's incredible. All right. Well, that wraps up this podcast. Thank you very much for being on the pod, Kelly Roberts.
Thanks for having me.
And have a very, very Merry Christmas.